Hello everyone, welcome to the Yarn Bowl. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet this cute toddler purse, the Pop and Bubbles toddler purse. It's made of nice 3D squishy stitches. The kids are going to love it, and it's such a quick make and a perfect Easter gift idea. If you want a free written pattern of this cute purse, it's available in my website theyarnbowlcrochet.com. Link for that is available in the description. Meanwhile, if you are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe to the Yarn Bowl and click on the bell icon as well so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. So for this project I'm using Parcel Bow shade from I Love This Yarn print, and we'll need scissors, and I got these cute leather tags from Amazon. I'm gonna use them later once I'm done with the bag, and this is optional. You can also use felties or applique instead of this leather tags. So you can use any size for acrylic yarn for this project, and check the gauge in the pattern description. And we are going to use 5mm crochet hook for this purse. So first round I'm going to work a magic ring, and then I will work 12 half double crochet stitches on the magic ring. And then once you are done with 12 half double crochet stitches on the magic ring, you will work a slip stitch on top of your starting half double crochet stitch to close this round 1. And once you are done with round 1, we will tighten the magic ring. Now I am done with 12 half double crochet stitches. I am going to tighten the magic ring and work a slip stitch on top of my starting half double crochet stitch, and then I will secure the magic ring with a knot, and then proceed to round 2. For round 2 we are going to work 2 half double crochet stitch on each stitch around. We'll start with chain 2. This chain 2 is considered as our first half double crochet stitch, and then we will proceed to work 2 half double crochet on each stitch around. We will work 1 half double crochet stitch on top of the same stitch where we have worked our chain 2 while we close this round 2, and then we will work a slip stitch on top of our starting chain 2 to close this round 2. So for round 2 we are going to work 2 half double crochet stitches on each stitch around, and then we'll work a slip stitch on top of your starting chain 2 to close this round 2. So at the end of round 2 we will have 24 stitches. Now for round 3 we are going to work chain 2, which is considered as our first half double crochet stitch, and then I will work 2 half double crochet stitch on the next stitch. So we are going to work 1 half double crochet stitch in one stitch and 2 half double crochet stitch on the next stitch around. So we're going to repeat this pattern around, and once we are done we are going to work a slip stitch on top of our starting chain 2 to close this round 3. So at the end of round 3 we should have 36 half double crochet stitches. So continue working round 3. I'll meet you at the end of round 3. So once you have worked your last stitch, you're going to work a slip stitch on top of your starting chain 2 to close this round 3. So at the end of round 3 we should have 36 half double crochet stitches. So for the next round we'll work a stitch called pebble stitch. I'll show you how to work the stitch. So always pebble stitch round will be worked on the wrong side. So I'm going to work a chain 1 and turn my work to the wrong side, and then I'm going to work one single crochet on the same stitch, and then I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook on the stitch, pull up a loop. I have 3 loops on the hook, and then yarn over, insert my hook on the stitch, pull up a loop, 5 loops on the hook, yarn over, insert my hook on the stitch, pull up a loop, 7 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all the 7 loops, and then I will work a single crochet on the next stitch. So this creates a nice squishy stitch which is called as pebble stitch. So I'm going to repeat working pebble stitch on one stitch and one single crochet on the next stitch around. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert my hook, pull up a loop. I have 7 loops on the hook, and then I'm going to yarn over, pull through all the 7 loops. That's my pebble stitch, and then I will work one single crochet on the next stitch. So I will continue to repeat this pattern around. That is, I'm going to work a pebble stitch in one stitch and single crochet on the next stitch around. We work the pebble stitch in the wrong side, and once we are done working this way, we are going to work a slip stitch on top of our starting stitch, which is our single crochet stitch, to close this round 4. So continue working pebble stitch in one stitch and single crochet on the next stitch around. I'll meet you at the end of this round. So I'm working my last pebble stitch here. So this should be my last stitch, and then I will work a slip stitch on top of my starting single crochet stitch to close this round 4. So at the end of round 4 we should have 18 single crochet stitches and 18 pebble stitches. Work a slip stitch on top of your starting single crochet stitch. So that's the end of round 4. You can see the nice squishy stitches on the right side, and now we are going to work a chain 1, turn your work to the right side, and then I'm going to work one single crochet on each stitch around. That is, I'm going to work one single crochet on top of the single crochet of the previous row and one single crochet on top of the pebble stitch of the previous row around. And once that is done, I'm going to work a slip stitch on top of my starting single crochet stitch to close this round 5. So at the end of round 5 I should have 36 single crochet stitches. So once round 5 is worked, work a slip stitch on top of your starting single crochet stitch to close this round 5. So now I am at the end of round 5. I'm going to close this round 5 by working a slip stitch on top of my starting single crochet stitch. From round 6 to round 17, we are just going to repeat round 4 and 5. That is, we are going to repeat the pebble stitch round and the single crochet round until we reach round number 17. So we should have 7 rows of pebble stitch rounds and 7 rows of single crochet rounds worked alternatively. So now for round 6 I am working the pebble stitch round. So as I told you earlier, we always work the pebble stitch round on the wrong side and the single crochet round and other rounds on the right side. So when you are working your pebble stitch round, you should work a chain 1 and turn your work to the wrong side and start working your pebble stitch. So continue to work round 4 and 5 until we reach round 17. So we should have 18 single crochet stitches and 18 pebble stitches on the pebble stitch round and 36 single crochet stitches on the single crochet round. So continue working this way. Now I am going to end my round 6, which is a pebble stitch round, by working a slip stitch on top of my starting single crochet stitch, and then the next round will be the single crochet round. I'm going to work a chain 1, turn my work to the right side, and then I'll go ahead work 1 single crochet on top of each stitch around. And once that is done, I'm going to work a slip stitch on top of my starting single crochet stitch to close this round. So continue repeating these 2 rounds until we reach round 17. So proceed this way. I'll meet you at the end of round 17. So I have worked till round 17. So now you can see we have worked 7 rows of pebble stitches and 7 rounds of single crochet stitches. And now for round 18, I'm going to work a chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and then I'm going to work 1 half double crochet stitch on each stitch around, and then work a slip stitch on top of your starting half double crochet stitch to close this round 18. So at the end of round 18, I should still have 36 half double crochet stitches. So continue working round 18. I'll meet you at the end of round 18. So now we are going to work my last half double crochet stitch, and then I will work a slip stitch on top of my starting half double crochet stitch to close this round 18. For round 19, I'm going to work a chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and then I will work 1 single crochet on each stitch around, and once this round is complete, I will work a slip stitch on top of my starting single crochet stitch to close this round 19. So at the end of round 19, we should still have 36 stitches. So after you complete round 19, do not fasten off. We are going to work the bag strap right away. So I'm going to end this round 19. I'm going to work a slip stitch on top of my starting single crochet stitch, and then go ahead work 70 chains right away. Once you work the slip stitch, work 70 chains. Once you have worked 70 stitches, make sure your chain is not twisted, and from your current stitch, skip 17 stitches, 17 stitches, and then work a slip stitch on the next stitch. So the idea is to work the bag strap at 2 ends of the bag. So we make sure we skip equal stitches on either side of the bag. Now work slip stitch after skipping 17 stitches, and work a slip stitch on the next stitch as well. Now turn your work and work slip stitches on these 70 chains on the opposite direction. So continue to work slip stitch on each of these 70 chains that is worked for our bag straps. So this is going to create a cord. So go ahead, work 1 slip stitch on each chain till the end, or till we reach the other side. So now we are going to continue working the slip stitches till we reach the other side of our bag. And once you have worked the slip stitches, I'm going to work slip stitch on the next stitch of the starting stitch where we have worked our chain, or where we have started our chain for this bag strap. So I have a couple of more chains left to work slip stitch, and then I'm going to work a slip stitch on the next stitch of the single crochet rows, and then you can fasten off and weave your ends. So now we have worked our bag strap. So this is our cute little toddler purse with nice squishy stitches. So I'm going to weave the odd ends, and then we can see the next step. So go ahead, weave your odd ends. Now we have weaved in our odd ends. I found this cute leather tag in Amazon. So I'm gonna glue this leather tag to the bag using a super glue. And this is optional. You can use leather tags or felties or appliques, anything, or you need not use any tags at all for this bag. It looks so pretty as is. So here is the same bag that I worked with the solid color yarn, and it looks very pretty in any color or shades of yarn you work. And it's such a simple and easy fun loving pattern for Easter, and with adorable little tag on it. And it's good for toddlers because the stitches are 3D, and it's good for sensory play as well. I've made the same bag in a bigger size, suitable for bigger kids or adults, because it can hold a mobile and few other knickknacks. If you work the strap a little bit longer, you can have it as a lovely crossbody. There is no specific number of chain count for the strap, so if you can also work it longer to make it like a crossbody. And if you want a written pattern of the bigger size bag, an ad free written pattern for the toddler purse, it's available in my Etsy shop. Link for that is available in the description. The free written pattern for toddler size bag is available in my website, theyarnbowlcrochet.com. Link for that is available in the description. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do not forget to subscribe to the Yarn Bowl and click on the bell icon as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.